This is going to be your Mermaid Monday daily reading for May the 13th through, what am I talking about? May 13th, 2019. Happy Mother's Day to all my moms out there of any sort. Um, so yeah, this energy's been heavy. I'm not gonna lie. I've been out of it. I did not get to my Saturdays and my Sunday readings like I wanted to. But yeah, I had to honor whatever little wave of energy I had to go through. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and tap into the overall energies for Monday, the 13th, 2019. So like half the deck flew out. So I'm gonna use this deck, or half of the deck that flew out. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Going to call to the Supreme Most High God to come through this reading and give us nothing but love, light, truth, and clarity. Divine protection still surrounding this reading. All energies and all divine beings, all parties who are meant to receive this message are present. Okay, so much love to all of you watching who are meant to receive this message. Archangel Michael, I call to you for divine protection surrounding me during this reading and those who are meant to receive your message from the Most High God. I also call to the divine ancestors of this planet, of this universe, of this existence, of high counsel, truth, love, and divine light. Thank you. Alright, so let's see. Mermaid message for Monday. You are being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet. That's reassuring. That's good to know. I might sound out of it, you guys. Like half somewhere else and half here. Dream big. Let go of small thoughts about yourself. See yourself succeeding. See yourself succeeding. This card wanted to come out. Helpful person. So if you guys didn't, take the first message, you're being helped. Helpful person. Someone wants to help you. Think of whom that might be and initiate contact. So that's the overall energy. Got the Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Temperance, Hangman, the Six of Swords, and the Three of Cups wanted to come out. So yeah, you have some divine assistance around you, and I'll tell you why I'm saying that. For one, you have the Temperance, which is angelic assistance, angelic help. Could also, angelic reinforcement. Could also represent time. So when I speak of time, a lot of people say that time is linear, doesn't exist. But divine beings have time. They have the ability to manipulate time and energy. So I'm skipping ahead, but the overall energy is Nine of Pentacles. So you're in this period. It looks like it's like you're cleansing your energy. You're preparing yourself. You're preparing yourself for something. So in your physical, it could be in anything going on in your material world. This could have something to do with your finances, um, which is typical with the pentacles. But on a deeper level, you're baptizing yourself or you're cleansing yourself. It's like you have to go to the root of something. So this this looks like I don't know what this is, an elf, a fairy, or something is in the woods and is in this wishing well. So it's like you're being cleansed and prepared for the things that you've asked for, the things that you've created, the things that you manifested. You're about to see the full manifestation of it, because the Nine of Pentacles is right next to the Ten of Pentacles, which is the full manifestation of something, coming from the Ace of Pentacles, which was that initial seed that was planted. So, or the seed that was taken or given for you to make a decision of what you wish to plant with it and what you do with it. So there's something that's being cleansed, or you're being cleansed, or like purified. You might be going through purges. With the Page of Pentacles, you're not seeing the opportunity. You're not seeing the blessing at hand with the Page of Pentacles. It's like you're still at this stage of where you're learning, or you're taking some sort of token of lesson, or um, some sort of wisdom, perhaps. But you got the fairy elementals behind this child. So it's like a whole new energy. Some of you guys are giving birth to, not literal birth for some of you, yeah, but for majority, this is giving birth to yourself. And I think I said this on Friday's reading, but the Page of Pentacles is that childlike energy, and I feel like that's, I'm hearing the word extracted. um but it's kind of like, it's the challenge is not seeing the lesson, or why, seeing the blessing within the lesson, not knowing that you're already blessed and you already have. With the Nine of Pentacles, it's like realizing you have everything that you need. But in this, I'm reading the energy off the card, and I'm not really getting the traditional aspect. But yes, using gratitude for maybe this period of baptism, because you're learning a lesson, and that's also the blessing and the gift. That's also what can lead to the blessing and the gift. So with the Temperance card, like I was saying, your spiritual guides and your angels are able to manipulate time. They're there's alchemy happening there. This could also represent your higher self. As you're going through this cleansing process, you're not seeing what's happening behind or beyond or below or the higher of the scheme. It's like you're not able to see that beyond whatever your perception is. The Hangman card is your focus is where you're at right now. It's like you're in this state of entrapment, or you might feel kind of stuck, maybe feeling stagnant in a situation. Your perception of things is one way, but it's like if you, because he could also, this mermaid could be captured. For this mermaid, this could be something bad because he's being taken out of his element, out of his comfort zone, out of his environment. But who's to say um, that if he's going to be put into a better position or not? Who knows if he's going to evolve from merman to a man, or what the case may be? Who knows? So it's kind of like in these types of circumstances when you're in a place of suspension and not knowing is what leads you into the next phase. And I feel that suspension stage and that not knowing and feeling trapped within the not knowing is what keeps you trapped, or it brings about an element of fear. And there's a lot of fogginess in this card as well. It's not a clear picture. So you got the Knight of Swords and the Three of Cups, which is your conclusion. So the conclusion of this energy is that I feel like when you're being like, how do I explain this? Being over, for one, it's like you kind of have to have a sharp perception on things, or a clear perception. Is kind of like you have to challenge your thought, you have to challenge your thinking, especially when it comes to this type of entrapment, type of fear-based thought, because the Knight of Swords is looking towards the Hangman with the sword. So it's like allowing yourself, balancing out the emotions that are overtaking you, and the, it's like your higher thought has to balance out your emotions. And the Hangman is a water sign energy, it's the Pisces energy. So it's like you have to balance all of this out. Okay, you got earth energy, you got fire energy, you got air, but this is balancing out and clearing and cutting cords and releasing yourself from these entrapments, because it's a matter of you not really seeing what's going on, because you're being turned, you're being flipped upside down, you're being taken out of your comfort zone, out of your element, or what you think is your element. You're um being removed out of that restriction that you place yourself in. With the Three of Cups, it might be people around you to help you. You see the Three of Cups kind of looks like the helpful person card. There's three mermaids. um So it may be that you have assistance from maybe a team, a spiritual team, plus earthly team, or earthly sisterhood, brotherhood, motherhood, fatherhood. You know, it's people around you. And I feel like these are the ones, and these the people that cheer you on. These are the people that motivate you and encourage you. even if that's through tough love. Because with the Knight of Swords and the Three of Cups, this could be tough love. It could be someone, being honest and very forthcoming, or it might be a truth that you need to hear. And it may not necessarily be, soft and cushy, but it's what you need to hear. And you know that it's coming from a loving, authentic place. It could come in threes. So then you have, you're being helped. So you're being assisted through this, even if you don't see it. Dream big. So it's telling you to, however you're seeing things, it's like you have to overcome that limitation in your mind. And also maybe what you're feeling, because sometimes our feelings are not always clear and they're not always sound, just like our mind is not always sound. So it's like you got to find balance in between the two. And I kind of feel something that is assisting you through this, so you're not lost, even though it may seem like capture, I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this. And then you got this sword telling you that you're being helped, you're being assisted through this process, through this period. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. The Nine of Pentacles is Virgo. The Temperance card is Sagittarius. The Three of Cups is Cancer. The Hangman is Pisces. So you got the two court cards. The Page of Pentacles could be a young earth sign energy, a child, a teenager energy, but it can also represent a student, some sort of learning, a new opportunity. But it is earth sign energy. And then you got the Knight of Swords, which can also be a younger energy. Air sign person, Gemini, why did I say Capricorn? Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. But it can also represent a messenger. Has its own meaning. So let's go ahead and look at the love energies for Monday. So no matter what your love situation is, no matter what your status in love is, if it's meant for you, it's meant for you, and you will know within yourself if it resonates with you or just is not for you, whether it's the full entire message, part of the message, pieces, or just not at all, but you'll know. I send healing to all hearts that need that healing, that are receptive and also seeking healing within the heart, who's going through a purging and releasing period where they're detaching themselves from cords and any of those holes within the aura, within the chakras, from these attachments or these cords that have been cut and released. I ask for healing, divine healing, to be sent to those areas, and I call Archangel Raphael to assist with sending loving healing energies, green light energies, to these wounds, to these scars, to these holes within the chakra, with the wounding, any hearts that are blocked, that wish to be open, that wish to receive and give and be loved, which is already within, to remove that lock and that barricade surrounding the heart. Thank you. All right, so let's get into love. Homeland. Homeland, an arrival, a journey ends, establishment, building, and settled. Number 44. It's angel number, as they say. So, you guys may be, I keep hearing the word extracting. I keep hearing that word. You're removing yourself. You're being removed and being released from certain, I feel like this is false foundations and comfort zones, and you're being pushed to the real space within yourself. You're not meant to be settled into one place. You're meant to keep evolving and keep moving. So it could seem very uncomfortable. The pace may be slow for some of you, and for some it could be an accelerated pace as you're moving out of these energies. Ice King. This can represent an air sign person, a fair-skinned air sign person. This could be a Gemini with a true gem card, but it doesn't have to be. This could be someone of importance. You got a blonde female, beauty queen. I don't like these cards simply for the fact that they're very, they're not diverse at all, for one. So I'm going to just go off my intuition, but I feel like this is a situation where identities are being broken down, perceptions of things, how you see yourself, how you see other people. Some of you guys don't know your self-worth completely, or at least to the point where your higher self, God, how you're seeing yourself from a lower perception. Some of you guys are removing um these ideologies when it comes to love, restrictions rather. You're removing yourself from, oh, this person has to be the one, or they got to look like this. Any superficialities in love are being broken down, and if it's not you, then it could be others around you or someone that you have been dealing with or interested in. But the main focus is this Ice King. So a lot of you guys are you are, especially if you have masculine energies or you operate very strongly off of that, and you've been kind of masculine, the masculine energy within your relationships in the past and present. you're being um you're being made to remove that energy of cold-heartedness. And if you're dealing with the person who refuses, they're so stubborn. Some of them could be Leos as well. So stubborn and so fixed, and so they could be a fixed sign as well. Um, so structured and so fixed and so it's kind of self-absorbed in that love has to go in this way and my way or the highway or I call the shots. It's definitely distorted masculine energies, but women can operate off of this very strongly and not realize that they're using their masculine energies in a lower vibrational way. With the fair skinned male, some of you guys are challenged by a person that is of a fair complexion. And like I said, these are so, I don't like how restricted it is, but also it could be very detailed. You know, it could work in both ways. But this could be a fairly young person that I'm picking up on, and they could be very closed off from love, kind of rebellious, kind of just like running from feeling anything, not just romantically, but feeling, their issues, their problems, the things that, it's kind of like they're living a numb life. And it could be that someone comes in and shifts this energy. Some of you live in a numb space, or you're dealing with a person that's like this, is because someone doesn't realize their self-worth. This blonde female can literally represent a blonde female that's in focus. And I feel like this blonde female is kind of oblivious to something. And it's funny because she's not even blonde. She has red hair. So someone could have red hair up in here. But the beauty queen can represent someone realizing the beauty within themselves, realizing their divinity, their self-worth, their value. The Six of Cups. This Ice King could be someone from your past. Could be someone that you're having a soulmate experience, relationship, whatever with. The Knight of Cups can be a water sign. The Knight of Wands can be a fire sign. You got all these energies. The Ten of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles. So remember how I was saying with the Nine of Pentacles is that you're being baptized and put in a certain position, or you're being cleansed and purged so that you can reach this energy, what is in store for you, these blessings upon blessings. And then there's ancestral help. There's guides and ancestors that have been assisting you and helping you. With the blonde female card, I feel like this is representing someone giving birth to themselves. It's kind of like being oblivious. You know how they say the dumb blonde. Not to say that anybody is dumb because they're blonde, but that's the references that Spirit's given to me. And it's kind of like you're oblivious to the blessings that's coming and what you're actually giving birth to. With the Two of Pentacles clarifying the beauty queen, it's kind of like you're in that transition of knowing something, like being on the cusp of something within yourself but not really sure what it is. And I wish I can go into it deeply for everyone, but it's going to be, uniquely for you. And that's coming into, and she looks like she's trying to balance herself out. So the beauty queen is not only knowing that you're beautiful externally, but beautiful on the inside, or just, it's not only knowing that I'm a beautiful person on the inside, but it's also, admitting the fact that you're beautiful on the outside, or that you have abundance in all thy areas. So when I say beauty on the outside, I'm not even talking about you look beautiful to other people. The beauty on the outside is the external things about yourself, who you are as a person, your personality, and then when you go to the internal, the soul, the true spirit, the you, the unconscious or the subconscious aspect of you. It's kind of like learning all the aspects of yourself. And there's children here, so it's kind of like you have to be swept clean. And I feel learning who you are also is becoming anew, but also the past you, the child you, the beginning of you, how you came into this aspect of you, the aspect of you that you don't like, and the things about you that you adopted that were not you of you, and the things that you wish to become and wish to be, and figuring out who it is that I really am outside of all of this. And that is a blessing, and that is the gift, that is the true gem. So it's kind of like you have to be courageous and fearless, not having much information or wisdom to know what the true gem is in all of this. And I feel the Knight of Cups can represent a person, a male or a lover rather, that initiated you into coming into this. And it could be an air sign, or specifically it could be a Scorpio with the Six of Cups. Clarifying it, could also be a Pisces. But someone initiated you into this energy. They helped break you open, or you're doing this for someone else, or maybe both are doing this, are helping each other with this energy. I hope I'm not losing anybody, but if it's for you, it's for you, know. But I feel it's kind of like someone helped you. And this Ice King energy, the way to break this isolative and this cold energy, or for someone else, if it's not your energy, is getting in touch with that inner child and living. That's the key, to live. Being, and this is what I've learned too. This is what I'm learning, I should say. What I've come to awareness of and conclusion of with this whole entire weekend, which has been like a purging energy for me, a very dark period. I would say this was like a hell, but it was an experience that I had to go through to get to a certain level and certain point that I needed to be in. So I had to go through the hell, and yeah, had to go through the dark night of the soul this weekend, and that was no joke. So getting in touch with this energy and wanting to be in control of everything. And that's how I'm kind of seeing the Ice King with the lion as well next to him, being so isolated and cold, like not cold hearted to the point where you don't care, you don't love, but where you're so numbed from wanting to feel and experience, and it's this fear or this need to control and design things to go in a way that feels suitable and comfortable for you. And the challenge is coming to this Knight of Cups is, reflecting upon those energies. It may have not been easy, or it's not easy for someone around you to reflect on these things and go within the self and really see the self and love unconditionally without judging the self, and casting judgment on self and casting judgments on other things and your feelings, but other than to just observe and be fair. Maybe this fair male is someone that is fair, or someone that needs to be fair within themselves as they're addressing how they feel about something, how they feel maybe about you, how you feel about someone, or just simply the things that you see within yourself. Other people can be turning the reflection back onto you to see. And it's not for you to judge yourself in a negative sense, but it's to observe and to reflect. But the Six of Cups is the key to this is living and just being. You see how they're playing and they're enjoying their energy, they're enjoying their time, and it's like reminding yourself of that. And maybe even reflecting upon a time in your life where that was you. Maybe you're having different clipses of memories and glimpses of who you were as a child and the things that you enjoyed, or the past you could be reminiscing this, or someone around you, they could be going through this time where they're looking at their past and are looking at themselves. Some people may be feeling like, I wasted my time, I was playing around, I wasn't serious about my life. Some people may be judging themselves in this, but the thing is, you knew what you had to know at the time, and you acted only off of your ignorance, but that was because that was all you had at the time. That was what you knew at the time. So again, you got to go back to this compassionate energy and being courageous enough to take on whoever you're becoming. It's like this warrior energy. Like, I'm not going to give up on myself because I know who I am. I may not be able to see how this crystal or this gem or this diamond came into being this, but you know, diamonds go through the rough, they go through the tough energy, they go through a process, a very hard process to form itself. So it's kind of like you have to see yourself as that and have courage, even if you can't see what's ahead, what battle is ahead. It might not even be a battle for you to even fight, but it's like prepare yourself and shield yourself to move forward in this energy. And I know this may not sound like love. Maybe for some of you it is. Maybe it does resonate. This could be what your partner is going through, or both of you guys may be going through this period. But nonetheless, that's the energy I'm picking up. I'll pull a Romance Angels card as advice. But the Knight of Wands could be fire energy, fire sign, or young fire sign energy. Can also represent creation, can represent adventure and sticking with something. Stick with something. Continue to create you. Don't be afraid to show your light. The Two of Pentacles is Capricorn. The Ten of Pentacles is Virgo. The Knight of Cups can be a young water sign energy, but it can also represent love. It can represent intuition, an intuitive person. It can represent an open-hearted individual, young-hearted individual. But sometimes I see the Knight of Cups as Pisces strictly, but it can be other water signs. The Six of Cups is Scorpio specifically. So let's see what your advice is with love for Monday. And then I'm going to pull the Flower of Life card. I haven't used these cards in a long time, and I felt guided to pull them on myself today. So I'm going to use these Flower of Life cards in a moment. But what is the advice for love, Most High God? What is the advice? The Wedding card. This situation involves marriage. So this energy is marriage can represent literal marriage for some of you, but it can also represent dedications and commitments. Let's clarify. Make the effort. So some of you guys are being guided to whatever you're deciding to dedicate yourself to in love, or whomever, or if it's literal marriage, the pursuit of marriage. I feel like Spirit is telling you to put the effort in, that the heart's true, the desire, if that makes sense. Whatever it is that your heart truly desires and feels like it's work, but remember to have boundaries. And that doesn't mean boundaries in a way that you're closed off, you're cut off, and you don't have any hopes or dreams, and you're ignorant, you're naive, or you're fearful. The boundaries is healthy boundaries. And this can also be within a marriage, or within a union of some sort, or within a union and marriage with the self or with God. This isn't just about romance. It's kind of like all areas of your life are a representation of the next area. So it's like you have to balance out all of them. You can't be just committed to love and romance and then not be committed to home and family or career or your self focuses and your healing and your spirituality and your connectedness with self and connectedness with God and within. You have to have a balance with all of that. So it's kind of like a marriage and union and dedication and commitment, and having those having those healthy boundaries within yourself. And for some of you, you guys might be closing someone out from even reaching out to you in the way. It's kind of like remove this block from your heart. And if this is someone else, it could be that Spirit is going to move somebody in a way that they've been healed and they're open because of something that you've helped them with. This could also be you showing someone how to love through loving yourself, through dedicating and committing to yourself, that they want to commit to themselves and therefore commit to you. And this doesn't have to just be romantic. This could be family and friends and, you know, people that you are in your community where someone may have been cut off and shut off, and maybe this is you. You know, maybe someone had to surpass those blockages and barriers you put up to help you and to cleanse. But someone is this is like a wedding gown. I feel like maybe for some of you, your advice is to go back to the genesis of your ideals of what marriage is for some of you, or the things that you've been committing to, or what love and relationships represent. And really look at the point in that childhood that you closed your heart off from the desire of love, or desire to be with one person, or to be married, or the desire to not get married, or the desire that, unions were faulty, or I don't believe in that. To go back to those things, because I feel like your steps are being guided. That's what I'm getting. So I hope that makes sense. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, where that came from. But we're going to trust it and know that whoever it's meant for, they're going to get the message very clearly. All right. So I'm going to do a Flower of Life card. I'm going to pull a card that I feel most drawn to for the collective. The pictures on the cards, whatever pictures I'm drawn to first. Okay, I'm seeing the color purple. So when I see a purple card, I'm going to pull it. The energy of purple, I see it in my mind's eye. Purple. That card that speaks to me. I think this is it. Let's see. See another purple card, but it don't want to come out. Okay, actually that's the cherry blossom. So this card came out. Aww, what do you know? Love. Love can overcome and heal anything. Love is all, and anything else is fear, constructed by our minds. Love is divine power. Love is a state of being, not an emotion to make you feel good when you think something is missing. When you truly become love, you will see and feel that nothing is missing. Look beyond your perceived assumptions about everything to see into the heart of all. At the heart of all experience is unconditional love. When you are completely present, you will feel the gift. You're present. The gift may show itself as a good or bad situation. However, it is time to unwrap your present experience. Tear off the wrapping and find your gift, the gift of love. Enough said. That is the message, you guys. I hope this reading resonated with whomever it was meant to resonate with. If you guys would like to book a personal reading with me, I'm available. Just shoot me an email if you guys have any questions about my readings or availability. Otherwise, you can check out my website for pricing and things like that. And much love as always. I appreciate you guys. Follow me on social media, on Instagram, Facebook. I don't really do Facebook, but y'all can follow me on Facebook if you want. But Instagram is better, more active on Instagram than not. So much love as always. Until the next reading. Peace.